Okay, so we are starting a different ratio called the sine ratio. So in our last sort of investigation of our different sides, we use the tan ratio or TOA. Okay, we use TOA to use a ratio to find unknown angles and unknown sides. But there is now a new ratio in town, the sine ratio. Okay, and the definitions of the different sides are here, but you guys should all know these by now. If I have a triangle, D, E, F, and this is my angle, what side is the hypotenuse? What side is the adjacent? And we know this would be our opposite, right? We're all familiar with that. That should be like easy peasy. We're doing that without even thinking. It's no issue whatsoever. So I don't need to go over each of those again, but we should know those. Now, the sine ratio deals with something different than the tan ratio. In the sine ratio, we're going to use the acronym SO. What do you think we worry about? It's that easy. TOA, we use the opposite and adjacent. SO, we use sine, not tan. So sine on our calculators. And we use the opposite and the hypotenuse. So if we look at the angle in question here, on this first triangle, we know that the opposite side is obviously across from it. The adjacent side is right at the bottom there, and the hypotenuse is always that long side. If we change that angle in question, all that changes is our adjacent and opposite, but our hypotenuse always stays the same. So for the sine of angle X, we're going to use the length of the opposite divided by the length of the hypotenuse. Or sine X is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. And our friendly reminder is SO. You're going to find out that we are going to have a third ratio with that other little button that I introduced to you at the first day. But for all of your assignments, I want you to always write for Unit 2, when we're doing trigonometry, always write SO and TOA on your sheets. Because based on what you have or you're given, you'll know which one to use. So if I only had my opposite and adjacent, I'm going to use TOA. If I only have my opposite and hypotenuse, I'm only going to use sine. If I need to find my hypotenuse and I have an angle and the opposite, well, I'm going to use sine as well. Okay, so that's just going to help us with this whole scenario here. All right, if we look at this triangle, right back to some simplicity here. What side is the hypotenuse? AB. What side is opposite to angle B? It's the side A to C. Last one, opposite to angle A then would be CB. Cool? That's straightforward, super easy, right? Now, you remember when we did this with tan? What do you think the only difference is here? Yeah, we're going to hit that SIN button, okay? So 20 sine to 4 decimal places. Thumbs up if you got that one as well on your calculator. Cool. Next one. Yeah. Okay, or remember we always round that last one, so what would it be? 573. Awesome. And our last friend there, 0.9877 because it was 6.8 and you rounded it to 7. Stellar. Great job. Okay. Stuff's a breeze now. That we did 10. Now we're just hitting a different button. We all have that down? Wicked. Now, it says find the angles to the nearest degree. Use the, how about that? Second function key. Remember on our calculators? To find this. So we want to, it says sine B, sine F, sine J. We want to keep F or B, F, and J by themselves. For the first one, what do we need to do with that sine then if we're finding an angle? Yeah, so we go to the other side and it becomes sine minus 1, or the inverse of sine, which remember on your iPhone, you're going to hit that second function button. If you have it sideways, it's right on that far left. On your calculators, typically it's in the top left corner. It will either say second function or it will say shift. You hit one of those. And if we did that with the first one there, what would our closest angle be? Sorry? I got something slightly different. 45. Try it again, yeah. 45 degrees. What do we do with the next thing here? We're finding sine F. What do we got to do with sine here? So move it to the other side, sine negative 1. What do we get? Agreed. 5 degrees. Cool. And the last one, we're going to do that same thing. What do we get? 69 degrees. Any issues with that whatsoever? Please, if you guys are not getting it or your calculator is being funky or something, let us know, right? Okay. What we got left? Cool. We got 2 questions left. So it says calculating an unknown angle using the sine ratio. So calculate the unknown angle in the triangles below. Round your sine answers, so just like we do with tan, to 4 decimal places, and round off your angle answers to the nearest full degree. My first question to you is, what is our little acronym we're going to use? So, SOH, always write that thing in there. For triangle ABC, what is our angling question? Yeah, exactly. So if our angling question is B, we know it's sine X equals opposite over hypotenuse. What side is our opposite side? Yeah, go for it. Sorry? Yeah, and then the hypotenuse. Cool. So sine X then. So 5 divided by 8 is equal to? Sure. 6.2. Cool. Any idea what we got to do with this now to find our angle? Yeah? Got to speak louder, my dude. Okay, so we're going to move this over, right? And it becomes sine negative 1, or that second function or inverse. So we would do 0.625 second function sine negative 1, or sine 30. It's 38.68, so we round to 39 degrees. Okay. Did we get something different back there? No, we're good? Okay. Trying to read eyes. I can't read mouths anymore. Usually you're able to like see facial expressions, and it's really tough nowadays with that. I'm a big facial expression reader, and without being able to see half your face, it's tough. Okay. It's not too tough, eh? All right. What's first step for this next one here? What should I do first? Awesome. Put that out there. What's next? Wicked. We're cruising with this now. We're going to fill in our stuff. What side then? So we know sine x is just x. What do we fill in here? Cool. Nine over 14. 2, 8. Cool. What do we do now? Yeah. Do we agree with that? Got 33. Let's just take a little peek here. Try it one more time and then see what happens. You got it? You'll find sometimes, since we learned tan first,